Did I see your hands about the morals and values? Okay. Do you have morals and values?
Yes.
And where did you find them?
Well, I was raised in a Catholic family, and so there wasn't a whole lot of gray areas. And so from an early age, you got approval if you did
You
something
got a
good.
what?
Approval?
Approval?
Approval from the people, the adults in your life.
Give me an example of that.
If you bring home, if you study for a test, get a good grade, you bring it home, and your parent says, you did a great job. That's great.
And that's a good moral or bad one?
Yeah, working hard is a good moral
Oh, okay.
to get good consequences.
So you got your morals, you found them with your parents, through your parents?
With my family and the community I grew up with, which was in the Catholic community.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
And you still have them?
I do, and I know that because when I go against one of my morals, I feel guilty. And I have to stop and think, why did I do that? Because I feel guilty now. I won't do that again, you know.
But if you have morals and values, why did you do it in the beginning?
Because I made a bad decision.
But why?
Because I was weak.
You were weak, your values were weak?
In that moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This your first time here?
Yes.
Oh, what's your name?
Caroline.
How did you hear about us?
I watch your show. I'm from the Washington, D.C. area.
Oh, you are?
I'm
Welcome.
I'm visiting California this week.
Right on.
Yeah.
Did you forgive your mother?
You know,
Yeah.
she died.
She did.
She died, and
Did she
so
die a long time ago or recently?
she died 4 years ago now.
Oh, and did you forgive her?
It's much harder when they pass away, and I think I did call your show once and ask
Oh, you did?
how to do that, and I think I actually probably told you I forgave her a long time ago, but you know, I think it's harder once they do pass because you have that missed opportunity kind of thing.
So did you forgive her?
I don't know.
So you kind of all over the place. I forgave her a long time ago. She did.
Right.
I really didn't do it, but she did. And I will do it now, but she did.
Well, there's no like step. You know, there's no 10 steps to forgiving your mother that you can just follow. So it's much more, you know, abstract, and especially after they pass. So
you have not forgiven her?
No, probably not completely.
Have you forgiven your mother?
No.
And why not?
Because I guess because I still feel pain if I think about some of the things she did.
What kind of pain?
Sadness.
Yeah. Why not forgive her so you can be free of all pain?
I want to, and that's why you say I'm all over the place. Is because I've tried different things, and you know, mentally, but there's no you know, physical way to actually do it. And part of, you know, when people go and forgive your mother and then they call your show and tell their stories and you say, what did she do? And they say, well, she laughed, she got mad, she cried. And if you don't have the person alive to be able to receive their reaction, it makes it harder, you know.
Okay. Did you forgive your father?
Yes, I think I probably forgave him.
And you went to him and forgave him?
So I haven't seen my father since 1984. So,
So did you forgive him in 1984?
No, I didn't, because I was only 12. But I forgave him because
But how do you,
part of listening to you, one thing, because my parents did separate and divorce very young, I have realized that my mother did keep him from me. And so I forgave him, and having realized that, the process to forgiving her is therefore much more difficult. So sometimes you pick the wrong person to be mad at your whole life, and then you realize it was opposite. You know.
Are you able to find your father? You know, your father still living?
No, he's dead too.
Your father's dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Amazing. The young lady in the brown want to tell you how to forgive your mother now that she's dead.
You shouldn't have asked me to explain that.
I'm sorry?
I don't know that you should have asked me to explain that, because this week I was dealing with this exact same thing. I actually went to my mother's grave this week to do it, to actually physically do it. And about 2 days later, I was able to reveal to myself, I didn't want to. I didn't want to forgive her. I wanted to, like she said, I still wanted the pain. I still wanted to hold it against her, even though she has a different fate than even me. You know, her fate is even worse than mine is. So it's interesting that you asked that, because I realized that I loved my hell. I loved the prison that I put myself in. Without getting emotional, I really worked
Don't
on
worry
myself.
about getting emotional. Let
Well,
it out.
I worked on myself this week. I forgot that this was the question about morals and values because I was so absorbed by the homework, which was, you know, your hero. You know, so I spent the week paying attention to that, and I think I really got to deal with the fact that I love my hell. You know what I mean? I love it. I love the pain. I love being in misery. I love telling the story, even if it's in my own mind.
Yeah.
You know, I love being this version of myself that's like old and wasting away and nothing is new because I'm just holding on to everything. So anyways, long story short, I'm probably not the best person to answer for her.
And so when you went out to the grave site, you got there, you walked over to the grave, and then what?
I sat there and I really was waiting for something. I don't know why there's a portion or a version of myself that's always waiting for something good to happen to me and waiting for it to have this perfect moment. I'm always looking for something to just make more sense than what's right in front of me. I'm always looking for something, some sign somewhere, instead of just dealing with what's in front of me. Is that I'm looking at, you know, a woman that didn't live a very long life, you know, and she made some mistakes. I mean, she didn't even get an opportunity to make them better. She passed away when she was 33.
Wow.
You know, that was really, really young.
Yeah.
And I still won't forgive, you know, I still didn't want to forgive her, you know, because my pain was my pain and I feel like she owed me. You know, I wanted to get back at her. And then you start going down this road and you start realizing just how evil that is. So, anyways.
And so you love your hell. You don't want to live a pain-free life.
In some ways, yeah. Because just like it was when I first got here, I thought to myself, if I don't have the pain, I've been telling this story for so long. It's how I get into certain rooms and what I have to talk about when I get in there. And, you know, I'm just so comfortable with navigating this space with it that I don't know what I would be without it.
And what are you with it?
Protected. I have this space between me and failure. I can always say, well, this happened to me. You know, I always have something safe to fall back on.
But you're not falling back on anything safe. Everything you fall back on is miserable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I agree.
And you
but I
call
didn't
misery safe?
But I didn't, you know, I appreciate that you say that we have to really continue to work on ourselves because we really don't know what's going to come up.
Yeah.
We really don't know what's in the
That is
abysses
so
of
true.
ourselves.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that. You know, a month ago, a year ago, I didn't even think these thoughts. I didn't even, and I don't even know that they're thoughts. I think that there's portions of it where God is just revealing certain things to me about me, you know? And I tell my son all the time, you are who you've been waiting for, you know? And I think that that's what's happening for me. You know, I'm actually having to be me. So anyways, it stemmed from wanting so bad to forgive my mom. You know, I want to, you say forgive her and I just do it, you know?
Do you feel you have a right to resent your mother, to be angry at your mother? Do you have a right to?
I could lie and say no. I think if I said no in this moment, I would be lying. I do. I think, and I know I'm wrong, but I feel like my mom was the worst of the worst. I don't think that there was any worse than her.
Everybody think their mother was the worst.
I definitely do.
Everybody think that. I understand, though, why you say that, because everyone think that.
Yeah. like I said, there's a portion of me that always wants to come here and just be like saved and better, you know? I'm always trying to come in here. I even said to myself, first of all, I wasn't going to come. Second of all, I'm not going to say anything, you know, because when I first got in here, there was so much inside of me. There was so much warring inside of me. I didn't know how to be quiet. And now I'm learning how to be still and quiet and gentle to myself, if that even is real,
That's
you know?
right.
So,
Don't give up, though.
yeah, well,
Satan wants you to give up. Don't.
yeah.
Because if you go back into it, it's double trouble.
I guess I just don't see my mother as anyone other than the devil. And that's so scary to say.
Amazing. Do you have morals and values?
If I did get them, I got them from her.
So would you call those morals and values?
Absolutely.
And what type of morals and values were they?
It's just how you operate in the world, how you look at things as right or wrong in every given situation. What is right and what is wrong? Should I take that nobody's looking? Should I tell this lie nobody would know? It's not when you have the potential to be, revealed. It's doing something wrong even when nobody would even know.
Yeah. Amazing. What a mess.
It is a mess. But I'm getting through it.
That's right. Stay with it. Go all the way through hell.
Yes, sir.